Hello and welcome to Radical Joyfulness YouTube, where we learn how to be joyful. And today we are going to talk about how to radically set intuitive goals. So what do I mean by that? I mean, we're going to talk about how to create your dream life from the inside out, not the outside in, which is what everybody tells us we should be doing. So, who am I? First major YouTube video where I'm showing my face. So I want to give an introduction. I am Joy Schultz, and I am a bisexual polyamorous woman from Midwestern America. I grew up in the Bible Belt. I grew up in a cult, and I was programmed to hide in my life. And finally, about 10 years ago, after a marriage, a divorce, being excommunicated from my church, I said enough. And I decided that I was going to live for me. And I decided that there had to be more to this life than what I was given. So I tore my life apart. I put it back together, and I have healed so much trauma. And now I am a life coach to women who have been buried in their life, like I was, who just want to know who they are, what they actually want, and they want to create their dream life. So that's what we work together to do. We tear everything apart with the support, we put it back together, and we create that dream life one step at a time from the inside out. So now, goals, intentions, resolutions. We have a word for it, and it comes around at the beginning of the year. It comes around at our birthday. Recently, the last few years, I've seen it where June, July, they're like, oh, it's the midpoint in the year. Let's set some goals because we know we failed at the January resolutions, right? Pain, struggle, hustle, the feeling of should, these are not required for us as empathetic women. We are empathetic. We are intuitive women. We have been programmed to live in a masculine world. And we're finding that we need some of that femininity too. So let's take a look at radically intuitive goals. As we know, we've been programmed in the masculine. We've been programmed to be logical. We've been programmed to really only look at what other people want us to do. So we're going to flip that on its head, and I want to introduce to you the intuitive goal setting method. So it is based on 3 major tenets. We're chasing the feeling, not the goal. Second, we are learning to feel our way through life. Shoulds live in the head, where intuition and feelings live in the body. And number 3 is that we can reverse the shoulds, and we can figure out exactly where we want to go. So let's talk about this. The first one is that we aren't chasing the goal, we're chasing the feeling. So what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is that we have a desire to feel a certain way. We know we need to take action steps. And when we bundle all that together, it's a goal that is achievable and feels really good in our body. Even goals like desiring to lose 50 pounds, I don't desire to lose the weight because of a number on a scale. I don't desire to lose the weight because everyone else says I need to. I feel pretty decent in my body. But I know that by losing the weight, I will feel energetic and bouncy and confident and knowing that I can take on whatever I want, that I can handle it. That's what I want from losing 50 pounds, not the number on the scale. So remember, it doesn't matter the thing that you want. That's not what you're truly chasing. What you're truly chasing is the feeling. That's what we're going to talk about today. So the first step is that we're chasing the feeling, not the goal. Second one is that we are learning to feel our way through our life. Should lives in the head. Should gives guilt and shame. Should says that we are wrong, we have been wrong, or we're going to be wrong. You can't do goals wrong. They're your goals. They're for you. You cannot do them wrong, I promise. But our mind doesn't know what is true. And our body remembers the pain and the struggle that we've had with goals in the past. We've been programmed to follow that fear and that shame. However, I'm here to tell you that life is meant to be good. We are meant to feel good. So, how do we drop the should and follow what we feel in our body? We find out what a full body yes and a full body no feels like, so that we can then use that as we navigate our decisions, as we navigate our daily life. Because every day we have a choice. Am I going to work toward that goal, that feeling, or am I not? So you have to find out what that full body yes, that full body no feels like, because then you can use those as your guiding point. And I just released a meditation here on the channel. Go check it out for finding out what that full body yes and that full body no feels like for you. Once you know, then you can use that as your internal GPS for, am I going where I want? Am I going the other direction? And then we can reverse the shoulds. Now, what do I mean by this? Authenticity is like this big buzzword, right? But we cannot live authentically for us through the lens of someone else's ideas, beliefs, or expectations, because they're not our own. And should brings self-shame and recrimination, and it's like the antithesis of feeling good. So, for example, I had a goal of quitting my day job. The should that everyone kept telling me was that I should replace all my income before I quit my day job, that I should do this and I should do that. And all it led me to was feeling burned out and hustle and grind, and I lost my way. So then I said, all right, fine. What do I want to do? Everybody else says I should do it this way. How do I want to do it? And I tore everything apart and I put it back together with only the pieces that felt good to me. January 2022 finds me a free woman. I did not get here by checking off everything on someone else's to-do list. I got here because I let go of that toxic hustle culture. And I embodied what felt good to me. So I want to leave you with a summary of what we've talked about today. We've talked about how when we're building our intuitive goals, we're chasing a feeling, not necessarily the goal itself. This is going to be what keeps you going, even when that goal may look like it's a long ways away. We have also talked about how we are leaving that should behind and how we are feeling our way through life. So we're finding out what that full body yes and that full body no feels like. And then we're reversing everyone else's shoulds so that it shines a spotlight on what we want. Now, if you want a full set of worksheets to take you through this whole entire process, I've boiled it down to about 6 distinct steps. And you would like to hop on a call with me and we'll spend 90 minutes. We will go through your entire life and figure out what you want, where you're going, and you will have a roadmap when you're done. So if that sounds like something you are ready for, click the link in the bio on my Instagram or down below, and we can get you hooked up, because pain, suffering, and struggle do not have to be in your future. And this is the exact system that I use every day. Have a fabulous day and know that you can do anything you want.